Howdy everyone, Nimby here. Do another motovlog on the way home from work. It's another windy day in December, but no snow, and I'm happy about it. Hey Flynn! So I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep Fluff Butt original or whether I want to make her mine and customize her. And I'm really kind of stuck on the fence on that one. I know everyone's got their own opinion on whether bikes should be customized or kept stock, you know, the purists. The main reason I would want to keep her stock, which I have so far, is if she is kept stock in the future, I could get classic plates for her. And if you change the way of the bike too much, they will not allow you to do that. So you can change the color within a reasonable amount. Like for instance, I could probably paint her red, which would match some of the other colors that were available for the CT90s, or yellow or whatnot. But if I painted her, say, green or purple or another shade, yeah, they're probably not gonna they're probably not gonna allow me to go through with that. Let's take a shortcut today. Nice and dry, may as well. So I would really like to customize her just quite a bit. Not that there's much I'd want to really change on her, but I like customizing stuff and making it my own. I haven't really done that much with Fluff Butt to customize her, though, just because of that, wanting to keep her more stock. And it is rather fun actually trying to do that, especially with older parts, and trying to source, something that was as close to original as possible as you can get. There is a completely different aspect to doing that kind of thing, which I do very much enjoy doing. But in the same token, I also enjoy doing my own customizations. Like for instance, this little deal here is a voltmeter / USB charger, just to charge my phone and doodads while I'm out and about. I would normally charge a battery backup, like a regular battery backup phone charger, and then use that to charge my devices, because I'm not super keen on the amount of dirty voltage that I've had come out of it. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't really hurt anything. The spikes are pretty minimal, but I mean, when you're talking about a sub $20 part from the offshore boat from China, I'm not really sure what they have in there for surge protectors, if anything. But anyway, on a part like that, for instance, this part here, I have it simply wired into the head bucket, or the headlight bucket harness, and it's not even soldered on. Just simply pressed in place, so I can remove it at any time I wish or choose to. Not just for the reason of returning it back to stock, but also for the reason of being able to use it as a voltmeter, so I can unhook it if I'm broken down somewhere, and I can use the leads to actually check voltage from one part to another in a very minimal way, because I believe it kind of seems to junk out around 4 volts. So but it would be handy if I needed to use it, and I did have voltage between 4 and 7 volts, which I generally do most of the time. If I don't have voltage above 4 volts, then yeah, I got other charging issues, and that thing's not going to help me out a whole lot. But there are certain cases where I would use that, so having it removable is a bonus. That being said, if I was broken down the side of the road, I wouldn't really hesitate to just cut the leads off and use it to fix my issue. However, it is nice that it does remove. That all aside, it would be cool to actually do up a better setup than this. I do like the ability to be able to look down and see the voltage. I do have it on an angle, so I don't see that all the time, because the blue LEDs for the voltage meter are a little bit annoying when it's really dark out. So they do have it angled down, so I don't see that while I'm driving, and I just have to simply tilt my head down to see the voltage. Most of the time I leave it off. It does have a slight draw, whether it has something hooked up to it or not, so that can be a good and a bad thing actually with a CT. Sometimes you have over voltage, and the over voltage can be just as much a problem as under voltage. Anyway, back to the actual topic at hand of modding the bike. Well, I tear it down this winter, you know, like almost halfway through winter, but I do plan to tear it down, and when I do get to that at some point here, when it's not beautiful riding weather, I consider, you know, minus 10 to plus 10 beautiful riding weather. I'm a Canadian. When I get to that point, brother-in-law works at a paint shop, and I've been ho-humming about just go around these guys. Have a good day. Anyway, brother-in-law works at the paint shop, and he has offered to paint said bike for me if I ever take it apart and prep the parts. So I'm really tempted, especially since I'll be taking off the majority of stuff to get the engine and a few other parts I want to work on. I don't know though, I like the original charm and all the little nicks, and you know, that's part of her and part of her story, and I don't really want to cover all that up, so I'm really on the fence on it. But it would be cool to make her custom for myself. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Hey, friends are still here from Kelowna. Okay, well, you guys find something awesome about your day, like modding a bike, and share it with someone. And have yourself a good day. Thanks kindly for joining me. Have a good one. I should really get the wife's bike put away. She doesn't do the winter riding thing, and it's just poor girl sitting out here getting dirty. I should put her in the shed. As soon as I do though, she'll want to take her out. Oh well, I should do that. Everything on Fluffbutt's actually looking pretty good. Oh, I am getting a fair leak here, ain't I? I'll deal with that. Okay. Later, guys.